bizarre in places.
Basically, it's terrific, Tony, and I'm really looking forward to reading the final chapter. Thank you for that.
Sorry, what do you mean by bizarre?
Well, take chapter 6. You've entitled it My War Against World Poverty.
Well, you're right. Maybe it wasn't just mine. Do you think I should give Bob and Bono a name check?
You feel the hand of history on your shoulder no fewer than 29 times.
Really? Well, actually, I think it was probably more than that.
God. God crops up rather a lot.
Well, I believe in God. God is my best friend.
It's just that when you were Prime Minister, you made a point of not mentioning God.
Yeah, it's only because of the focus groups.
Do you think the writer of this sentence might be seen as being a little bit, weird? Where is it? Yes. That night, I prayed long and hard. By the time I went to bed, I knew that green lighting a 5th terminal at Heathrow was the right thing to do.
Yes. So, are you suggesting that God's against cheap air travel?
I don't think God's expressed a view on that, has he? Are we happy with the title, My Legacy? Isn't that going to make people think about the Iraq War?
It is not my legacy. The Iraq War is not my legacy.
Okay.
It is not my legacy.
I think the Iraq chapters could be trimmed. The book would benefit, sales would benefit.
We're not cutting a word of those chapters. I didn't take this country to war in order to be popular.
Well, you certainly succeeded there.
I took this country to war because it was the right thing to do. It's the right thing for Britain. And one day history will judge me. And it'll be the liberal journalists, the sneering intellectuals, the appeasers, the bloodless, spineless, chattering classes of which you are obviously a member. Those are the ones found wanting. Those are the ones in the dock of history, not me. Because if I'd listened to all the moral cowards like you, then that murdering bastard Saddam Hussein would still be in power. So cut one word from those memoirs and so help me, I'll take it away from
Then you won't mind if it's so laughable and ridiculous and poorly written that nobody wants to read it?
No, I won't.
Well, I will.
But if that's the way you feel, let's cancel the contract.
That might not be a bad idea.
Fine, agreed.
And the advance?
You can have that back. Shit.
Tony Blair, war criminal. War criminal. British troops out of Iraq now.
And so with anti-war demonstrations taking place in cities across America, the only way forward for the president may well be the path of peace, whether she likes it or not. And some breaking news just coming in. We're getting reports that 7 British soldiers have been killed by a car bomb in Basra. Now, their names are being withheld until their families have been informed, but it is known that they all came from... Following the mysterious death of the former Prime Minister Tony Blair, whose body was found in Connaught Square Gardens early this morning. The alarm was raised by his neighbour Brian Hall. It appears that Mr. Blair had gone for a walk on his own.
Yeah. Yeah? Yes, Simon? Yeah, can I call you back? What? I want to see me at the American Embassy? When? Oh, tomorrow. Yes, of course. Yes, good. Yeah, great. Great.
House prices down 20% in the space of a month.
What?
The property crash, it's getting worse. We're in negative equity now.
Yes, well, I said you can't have confidence in a Brown government.
Well, at least we got the advance from your memoirs, thank God.
Yes, I need to talk to you about that, Sherry. There's a little problem.
What?
They wanted to butcher my book, Cherie. Emasculate it, emasculate me. And, you know, I had to make a stand. I've withdrawn it from the publishers.
You've done what? But they'll demand their advance back.
Yes, it's okay. But, they want me in Washington. I've got a meeting at the American Embassy tomorrow.
Oh, great. And what do they want to see you for? War crimes?
It was the right thing to do, Cherie.
What, the war or the memoirs?
Well, both, but I meant the memoirs.
So you feel all warm and virtuous and we have no money?
That book is my testament.
Yes, you have said that.
I will not have it butchered, and I thought you'd respect that.
Oh, my darling. It's not enough feeling good about what you do. It's not enough. Sometimes what is needed is a bit of analysis, you know, thinking about consequences. You can't live your life by moral instinct. It doesn't work. That's how you made yourself believe in WMD. Oh. And it is also why we have no money.
There'll be plenty of money. I'm in demand. Oh, yes, you wait till you hear what the Americans have to tell me. They understand my place in history. You see, they understand that I still have a major contribution to make.
You made your contribution in Downing
There's
Street.
tons to do, Cherie. Tons. The world's... it's still a mess. No, the world needs me. As Britain once needed me, but I've done Britain. Britain's sorted. I've outgrown Britain. I just need it's a bigger stage.
How about The Hague? Is that a big enough stage for you?
Don't be silly.
The world's changed, Tony. And you don't get it.
A Blair library? Yes. Is that a good idea?
Oh, yes. Come on, every American president has one. You know, I've seen the George Bush library and, it's enormous.
Does he read?
What?
It'd cost a lot.
So we start a foundation. The Blair Foundation. For international peace and justice and interfaith understanding. Something like that.
Well, who paid for the foundation?
Sponsors, businessmen. There's tons of millionaires out there who are grateful to me. I mean, we don't have to look through the last 100 peerages.
I don't think this is something we ought to rush into.
Why am I surrounded by cautious people, little people with no vision?
Don't be so rude.
Oh, let's just focus on what's important here, guys. Please, if I'm about to make a major speech on Capitol Hill, I think we should start work now.
What major speech?
Well, I'm going to the American Embassy, right, Nikki?
Yeah.
Yes, so, do you think they want to talk to me about the weather?
Maybe they want you to be president.
Well, that's impossible. I'm not an American citizen, you see.